What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman and Ben Rasa here for Awesemo.com, and we are back with our Super Bowl edition of our, NFL contenders. We're bringing props to the table, our three favorite props for this Sunday's Super Bowl. I know I'm excited. I haven't told Ben any of my props yet. He hasn't told me any of his. You got some weird stuff for me?
I definitely got some weird stuff. That's the, I don't know, I guess you say blessing and a curse of the Super Bowl. You can bet. If there is something that you want to bet, you can find it, whether it's a novelty prop, whether it's a cross-sport prop, or whether it's a standard prop, which is great. It's also a little dangerous, I'm not going to lie.
We've got some fun stuff here. So we're giving three props. One is based on the game itself. The second prop is going to be a cross-sport prop. And the third is going to be just a full novelty prop, just in case anybody was really curious. But I think we could dive right in. Do you want me to go first, or would you like to go first?
No, you go first.
Okay, so first one is relatively normal. I don't think it's too crazy. I just thought that it was kind of interesting. And if you get a little lucky, I think you can get some odds on your side. So the first one that I'm looking at is Pat Mahomes to throw a first quarter touchdown, which is plus 110. The second quarter touchdown is actually minus 145, which I thought was kind of interesting. He threw 7 first quarter TDs this season. He threw 13 in the second quarter. So clearly that line shading to the second quarter makes sense. I'm just hoping for a fast start and potentially for the Chiefs to win the toss and get the ball. I like their opportunity to score. So I'm willing to take just better than a 50-50 shot that Mahomes can throw a touchdown in the first quarter.
That's funny that you use that one first, because I'm going to bring that up in a second when we get to cross sport a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go very generic. I love to attack receptions props. There's a couple guys I'll have a daily bet out, but just looking at Odd Shopper, one of the guys I've been leaning towards is Chris Godwin, over under 5.5. And it's as simple as he's consuming a ton of targets in the 3 playoff games, 28 targets. That's going to lead to a lot of receptions. Evans is probably a bigger red zone threat. We've seen that. He's got a pair of touchdowns. But to me, Godwin is the guy that should see the volume. Not to mention, obviously, Tampa's winning these games. They could be trailing here. That could lead to even more passing volume. So I'm going to start it pretty generic. I think that Godwin is able to clear 5.5 in basically every game script. I like him for a pretty solid Sunday.
What did you say the line was on that? Is that just even?
Yeah, basically even. It shaded slightly. Obviously, this is why you should go to Odd Shopper. I see minus 120 out there for the over. So I'm willing to lay that with Godwin. Like I said, I think he could see upwards of 10 targets.
Okay. I like it. And I think we're both relatively normal so far on that first one. The game props were pretty easy. Up. All right. Buckle up for this one. I actually love this prop. I was really excited to see it. So we'll see what you think. This is the cross sport prop now. So we've got Tom Brady minus 8.5 pass attempts versus Jamal Murray's points plus rebounds plus assists. Now, the line for Brady's pass attempts that you can bet on, from what I saw, was 39.5. For yesterday's game, Denver just happened to play. I had a Jamal Murray points, rebounds, and assists line. It was 27.8. So we're talking about a difference north of 10. I'm only giving 8.5 for Tom Brady. I don't think the game is going to matter all that specifically for Jamal Murray. So I actually like Tom Brady to have more pass attempts than Jamal Murray points, rebounds, assists, and an additional 8.5. So give me Brady in this scenario.
So I saw that. I was kind of interested. It's going to be interesting just in the sense that you don't think, because you're obviously resident basketball, they're going from the Lakers to the Kings. You think that's a huge difference or no difference, really?
I don't think it's a big enough difference to bring that line to anything other than basically even for me. But at the same time, I'm looking at it like I expect Tom Brady to have to throw more in the second half because I am leaning towards the Chiefs in this game. So I think the volume is probably like I'd be more likely to bet the over on Brady's attempts than the under. And that's like sort of the built-in bonus for me. I think this is close. It is shaded better to Brady just on the surface for me. And then I actually think that Brady has an over setup. So all of that stuff combined is leading me to this Brady minus 8.5.
That's how you have to do these. You kind of have to want to bet these individually. I have mine, and I'm going to unveil it in a second. I will say, I did see one that is right in your wheelhouse now. There is a Mo Salah goals versus Man City against Mahomes' first quarter TD passes, and it's just basically a pick 'em. I don't know. I was kind of interested in just banking on Mahomes scoring one TD pass in the first quarter, throwing one, and Salah getting on the board. That is obviously your territory, not mine.
Well, at the rate that Liverpool has been playing as of late, I'll take anybody to score for Liverpool. We've been shut out for like 4 straight games. It's been really not awesome. Dropping games at home. It was another real rough one. Dropped 1-1. Nobody cares about my soccer thoughts. But yeah, if it weren't just Mo Salah, if it was the entire Liverpool team, I might be a little bit more interested.
So I am going to a prop that you're going to have minimal interest in, and most people will, but this is right in my wheelhouse. The Iowa Hawkeyes, who play Indiana, their total points in that game, and I'm giving 15.5. So I have to lay 15.5 points against Mike Evans' receiving yards. And to me, this is exactly what you just talked about. I think Iowa really lays it on. They lost to Indiana the first time. They had their season low in points in that game at 69. Since then, they've been back in the 80s, coming off a loss. Then I look at Evans' receiving yards prop. It's at 63, minus 115 on both sides. So if you you add the 15, you're looking at 78 points-ish. I like Iowa for the over there. I also like under for Evans' receiving yards. So it works in my favor both ways. I kind of feel like both of those are in my favor. Again, it's a fun, cross-sport prop, but I do think Iowa this Saturday will play well, and then you get to sweat out Mike Evans. Hopefully, he, like I said, been busier in the red zone than all over the field. Only 4 receptions over the last 2 games. 2 of those were touchdowns. So again, he's racking up the end zone catches, but I don't think he's in for a huge yardage game.
I like the way that we set up our cross-sport props, where we both had the same sort of strategy of liking
we're still gonna lose,
the opposite side of it. Yeah, we came into it. Let's see them win first, I guess, before I pat us on the back. But I'm happy that it happened. And now we move on to novelty props.
Yeah, your area of expertise.
I honestly didn't go. This isn't too much of a novelty. I didn't go anything really, really crazy. This one just made sense to me. It's probably going to lose given how big the line is, but I was surprised to see it be as high as it is. So maybe I'm just not thinking about it correctly, and you could talk me off of it. So my novelty prop, total challenges in the game, including overtime, over 1.5. Do you have any guess what that line is? Did you see this prop at all?
I did not see this prop. Let me ask a question first. When they say challenge, this is obviously... These are coaches throwing the flag, like inside 2 minutes and stuff does not count from the booth.
That's what I'm implying based on this line.
Okay, so over 1.5 challenges in the game. I would think that the under would be favorite.
Yeah, so this is over 1.5 is plus 220.
Okay.
That seemed a little high to me. There's no reason that you would ever want to keep your challenge in your pocket. You don't get to carry it over to next year. It's the most important game you'll play. If it's close, every coach is going to want to at least use it on the margins in the fourth quarter if there's anything that they could possibly do for it. The only problem that could happen is if all of the obvious plays that can be challenged are inside 2 minutes or scoring plays. So I just have to hope that the game is close enough that each coach wants to use those challenges. If we see one early in the first half, then I think that this is a much better bet to go over.
You just took the words right out of my mouth. The key to this is a bad, easy challenge, missed call early, where they win. Yeah. So they don't lose their challenge. And then, late in the game, we've seen a couple coaches do this. And like I said, you can't just challenge to challenge. But if you're going to take a timeout and the play is even remotely close, you should just challenge that, because you'll lose your timeout. And it's as if you get the free challenge. So what you need to cash that is an easy win for one of the teams, and I'd say the first half. If you can do that, that line would definitely be favored for you. That's kind of fun.
Plus 220 felt solid.
Okay. I am going where I thought more you would be going. This was like the hottest topic last year because of Kobe. Everybody thought that purple Gatorade was going to win. It did not win. Yeah. Orange Gatorade won. Now, the orange is the favorite, but it's still plus 160. And listen, for plus money, I think that teams are pretty superstitious in general. Like, I believe if the Chiefs win, it will be orange Gatorade. Like, it's as simple as that for me. I think they kind of just stick to what they've been doing at plus 160. In a weird way, I kind of feel like that's almost like a Chiefs money line bet. because I'm going to stick with they're going to do what they're going to do. If Tampa wins, maybe you get bailed out with orange. I have no idea. So I'm going to go to the Gatorade side of things. And even though it's the favorite, you're getting plus money. I thought that would be honestly like minus 110. Not
what
bad.
What is red?
Red is right with it. So
Okay.
Orange is plus 160. Red is plus 165. Everything else is a pretty sizable jump. Purple is dead last at plus 1,300.
What a world that we bet on the color of the Gatorade that gets poured on the coach at the end of the game.
That's not even close to like they have props that are crazier than that. But,
oh, way crazier. Yeah. I'm surprised that we're not getting to the point where they have to like weigh his shirt to find out how much Gatorade's soaked into it at the end of it, because there's just so much preposterous props for the
outrageous.
Super Bowl.
It's fun
though.
Well,
there we go. 3 props up, 3 props down as we prep for Sunday's Super Bowl. Any final thoughts on the game before we get out of here?
No, certainly. Obviously, it's expected to be a good one. We have plenty of content from the betting side of things. We have a full show breaking down all the props from novelty to cross sport to the player props. And then obviously Sunday, our 3-hour marathon. Everything you need to know for Showdown. You'll find us there. You'll find everything that you need. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to the game, to be honest.
It should be fun to watch. I love the storyline of Mahomes versus Brady. I like all of it. So you couldn't have said everything else better than I could have. I'm stumbling through that final close, so it's probably time for us to end this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live, and keep your eyes peeled for more contenders betting videos from Ben and myself. So adios. Good luck on these props, everybody.